Hey guys, it's Beauty by Melanie and I hope you're all doing well today. And today I decided to review the new Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette for you guys. I just recently picked this up and I've been loving this, so I thought I would give you guys my in-depth thoughts and give you some swatches of this palette. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts and seeing some swatches of the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette, then please keep watching. So this is what the palette looks like, and this is pretty much what sucked me in buying this palette. I mean, I love chocolate and I love makeup, so when I saw this palette I just had to pick it up. And on top of that, the shadows are mixed in with cocoa powder, I guess, and it smells like chocolate, so I just had to pick this up. I think that if makeup was edible, I would probably take a bite out of this palette. It's just so adorable and I could not resist it. So this is what the palette looks like. It's in a plastic case and it's closed with a magnet. So it's sleek enough to be travel friendly if you just want to pop it in your travel case. But I mean, come on, look at that. It's legit a chocolate bar. When you open the palette up, it comes with a large mirror and it comes with 16 eyeshadows. You have 6 matte eyeshadows and 10 of them are shimmery satin shades. So I'll give you a little close-up what the palette looks like, the shades, and you have the names that are printed out on a sheet of paper. So I kind of wish they would put the names on the palette instead of this little flap, because now I have to keep this little flap to know the names, but that's just a slight detail. But these colors are just so gorgeous. They're all in the natural neutral shades, and I can see how they wanted to translate the theme of chocolate going on to your eyes. It is nice dark browns, you have some light cocoa brown, and you have some random little pops of colors here. But I just think this is a great variety of shades and you can create a beautiful natural look with this palette, and I see that these shades work well together. This palette retails at $59 Canadian. I think it's $49 US, and I think it's a great deal. I mean, you're getting 16 eyeshadows, you get 2 that are 0.10 ounces and the rest are 0.3 ounces. And I mean, if you're a natural neutral eyeshadow lover like me, you would love this palette. So as for the quality of the shadows, I think that most of them are good quality. Most of them have great pigmentation, they go on the eyes flawlessly and they blend out really easily on the eyelids. But I did have a trouble with 2 of these shadows that were more on the drier side and they were more hard in the pan. And the 2 that I had trouble with are Candied Violet, this one, and also Black Forest Truffle. So these 2 shadows I had a bit of trouble with, and they apply more sheer on the eyes, but the rest of the shadows do apply opaque and they have some good pigmentation. And as for the wearing time, they do wear about 8 to 9 hours on my eyelids with a good primer. I use the nice Nars Pro Prime on my eyelids and I have no problem with any creasing or fading. So now I'm going to go ahead and give you guys swatches of each of the shades and talk about each of them individually and how the textures and the pigmentation of each shade are. So I just wanted to give you a little close-up of these shades once again. So you can see that they're more in the neutral shade range of the family, and then you have your violet and your pink right there. Really gorgeous colors. So the first shade is called Gilded Ganache, and it's a shimmery shade and it has kind of an olive brown tone underneath. The next shade is called White Chocolate, and you can barely see it, but it's a perfect highlighter shade for my skin tone, so just underneath the brow bone. So is this one, and it's called Milk Chocolate, and I think that would look beautiful in the crease. The next one is called Black Forest Truffle, and this is one that's on the drier side and kind of has some chunky glitters in there, so it's a little harder to work with. And the final color is called Triple Fudge, and this is a beautiful deep dark brown color. So this is the second row of the eyeshadows in the palette. The first one here is called Salted Caramel. The second one is called Marzipan, and this is one of my favorites. I think this looks gorgeous all over the lid. This one is a brown color that looks beautiful in the crease called Semi Sweet. This is the pink color called Strawberry Bonbon. This is the one that I was having trouble with. It's called Candied Violet. So you can see it applies more sheer and it's dry. So this is one of the less pigmented one in the palette. And another one of my favorites in this palette is this one called Amaretto. This one is beautifully pigmented and it's just a gorgeous brown and it has kind of some red undertones in there. And it's a shimmery shade and I just think that one's really beautiful. Finally, the last row is probably my favorite. I find that in this row you have the most pigmented shades. But the first shade is this one and it's called Hazelnut. It's a beautiful shimmery dark brown. This shade is called Creme Brulée. This one is called Haute Chocolate. This one is called Cherry Cordial. And the last one is a beautiful white color. I think it would look beautiful as a highlighter, either on top of the brow bone or in your inner corner. And it's called Champagne Truffle. So really beautiful, neutral brown colors. So there you have it, guys. That's my review of the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I hope you enjoyed and you got a little more information on this palette, whether you were on a fence about it or if you just wanted to see a review and swatches of this palette. I just think that if you like doing natural and neutral eye looks, you would love this palette. I would recommend it. I think it's just really adorable. Like I said, I think the package sucked me in. I mean, chocolate and makeup together, those are like two of my favorite things, so I was really excited when I saw this palette, but I would recommend it. Like I said, a few of the shades in there are less pigmented and more dry, but most of them are pigmented and apply opaque on the eyelids. They blend out flawlessly. I mean, the price is good. You get 16 eyeshadows and they are good size eyeshadows. The package is travel friendly, it's adorable, so I would definitely recommend this palette if you guys are interested in checking it out. I got mine at Sephora, but I'm sure. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or if I forgot to mention anything, please leave it in the comments below and I will love to answer your questions. But that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys!